Hey everybody! I'm here today to show you and tell you how to prep wooden furniture for painting. And these will be easy instructions for doing just that. Let's get right into this instructional video. As you can see right here, I have this chair. It's a wooden chair and it's a piece of wooden furniture. I'll tell you a really quick, fun story about this chair. My wife is a teacher, as am I. We both teach in the elementary school set of grades. And my wife tends to teach the lower grades, the younger children. That's what she enjoys. You know, that's sort of her niche. She teaches the younger kids. And she was walking in our neighborhood and she found this chair on the side of the road. So she came home and she said, "Honey, would you mind painting this so I can use it in my class?" I said, "Of course I'll do it for you. No problem," because I'm such a good husband. So, lo and behold, I'm going to be painting this chair. And I figured I'd make a video about sort of the process that I'll be going through to take this chair, which is a great chair to be honest with you, and just sort of make it look new again, okay? So very, very simple and straightforward. This is what you have to do to prep wooden furniture for painting no matter what you're doing it with, okay? So essentially, the first thing that you want to do is identify any areas that are sort of have like maybe holes in them, if there's like any area or cracks in them. So if there's any, like luckily on this chair there are none of those, but if there's any like, you know, tiny little holes or maybe, you know, like or areas where the wood has a small crack, then you're going to take your wood filler and you're going to you can just get your finger and sort of use your finger with the wood filler to fill in those holes and those cracks, okay? Very simple and straightforward. Luckily, like I said, this chair is in really, really good shape, so there's none of those on this chair. Okay, but yeah, if there's anything significant that you want to fill in, you want to use the wood filler with your finger and just sort of fill in those holes and those cracks. Then you're going to let that dry. Now the next thing that you want to do is you want to sand down any areas that you put the wood filler on, okay? Because those aren't going to be smooth until you sand them down. And also any areas that maybe aren't the smoothest, you want to smooth them out. Now there's a lot of people say you have to sand the whole piece of furniture down, but to be honest with you, if you're painting it, you don't. If you're staining it, you do, of course, because the stain, you want to be staining on bare wood grain. But if you're painting it, you don't need to sand the whole piece of furniture. You just need to sand down the areas that are a little bit rough. So like I said, luckily with this chair, there's minimal sanding. Like a little bit over here I'm going to sand, a little bit over here. But really, for the most part, this chair is in really, really good shape. One of my neighbors, I guess, you know, like I said, they were getting rid of it. But it's a great chair. They probably just didn't need it anymore. So to be honest with you, it could probably be used as is. It's fantastic, but I think she just wants to make it look brand new, you know, because she's going to be bringing it to be used in her classroom and stuff like that. But anyways, yeah, you're going to want to sand down anywhere that you apply the wood filler once it's dry, and also any areas that might be just the tiniest bit rough, not as smooth as you want them to be. Sand those down, okay? If you're staining it, then you want to sand the whole thing down. But if you're just painting it with like, you know, paint that is not see-through, that is not opaque or transparent, then you can just sand down those areas. Once you've sanded it down, you're going to want to wipe it down or sort of use like maybe a leaf blower to blow off any debris on there. Make sure it's nice and clean. And then you're going to want to get your primer. Now you can use a paint-on primer or you can use a spray paint primer. It's up to you really. I'm going to use a paint-on primer. I just grabbed this because I'm in the garage and literally it's what I had to the side. So I was like, I'll just use this for demonstration purposes. But you're going to want to prime the entire piece of wooden furniture. And to be honest with you, for the best results, I would recommend priming it twice. So prime it once, let it dry quickly, and then prime it a second time. That's because the primer is going to be good for painting on top of, sorry, those are my garage lights. They just went off, the automatic lights. Anyways, the primer is going to be good for painting on top of, but it's also going to smooth it out. Primer is good for smoothing out the wooden furniture. So prime it once, let it dry a little bit, and then prime it a second time, okay? Once the second coat of primer has fully dried, then you're ready for painting. You can look for any marks that you might have missed. No problem. Maybe like tighten up any screws that are loose or anything like that. But then you're going to want to go ahead and you're going to want to paint it with your actual paint. You can spray it on with a paint sprayer. You can spray paint it on. You can brush it on. You can roll it on. It all depends. You can sponge it on. It all depends on the furniture that you're using, that you're painting. But yeah, that is how to prep wooden furniture for painting. And then sort of when you get to the step where you're painting it, you're going to go ahead and just paint it however you see fit for doing so. And that's basically it. I figured, like I said, you know, my wife asked me to, you know, paint this, and I will, no problem, gladly, because I'm a solid husband, obviously. But yeah, I figured, you know what, I might as well make a video about what I'll be doing to sort of get it ready and prepared. So yeah, that's it. And like I said, this chair is in really good shape, luckily. But even if furniture is in rough shape, you can really bring it back to life. You just got to put a little bit more work in. But that's with regards to the preparation. But that's truly it. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you like this video tutorial, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.